So you guys might be wondering what I'm holding in my hands. And what these are two beautiful diamond art puzzles by Diamond Art Club. And they are actually of Elli's beautiful painting, Heaven's Whisper. So what your guys' mini challenge will be is you will break off into 2 teams, and the team that gets the furthest along will get 30 points, a full 30 points in their mini challenge. And the team that does not get as far along will only get 10 points. So it's kind of all or nothing this time. And it's everyone on the team gets points, no matter your performance on that team. So you really want to work together as a team. You guys really want to keep in mind, you guys will only have 3 hours to complete the puzzle. And if you don't complete the puzzle within the 3 hours, that's okay. We're just judging you based off of how far you can get along. In each of these boxes comes 1 tool. So 1 member from each team will have a tool, and the other members will have to be innovative with the tools that they use in order to contribute. So you might want to use a toothpick, you might want to use, fingernails. If you have long fingernails, it could be an advantage.
Run and get tweezers.
Yeah, you could run and get tweezers, whatever you can do to get the job done. Normally these are super fun, stress-free, but this time, that's not the case.
So how do we find out the teams? We got the team captain.
Yes, so what we're going to do is we're going to, out of a bowl, we'll have a 1 and a 2 written. And so you guys will all draw 4 teams. And so obviously 1 team will have 6 people, 1 team will have 5 people. That's just how it is.
Do we do them here?
Yes, so you guys will be doing them on the table right here. So, as I said before, this is not only a mini challenge explanation, but this is a main challenge explanation. We have partnered up with Diamond Art Club, and out of all of you guys, it could be 1 person, it could be all of you. You guys will have the opportunity with the main challenge to possibly receive a licensing deal with Diamond Art Club.
Wow.
Through Milan Art. So Diamond Art Club makes amazing diamond art paintings. They're the highest quality. They really shine. They have amazing canvases, and most people actually hang them up in their homes. So the theme for the month of November is actually home is where the heart is. So you guys will be painting a decorative art piece made for specifically the home. As you guys are working on your diamond paintings, you want to keep in mind what would translate from your canvas as you're painting in your main challenge into one of the diamond paintings. We will have representatives from the Diamond Art Club as judges in this round, and they will make up half of your score. So this time the scores are weighted differently. It'll be 10 points from all of the existing judges in each of the categories instead of 20 points, and then it'll be 50 points from the Diamond Art Club judges. So keep that in mind as you're creating your paintings this month. The rules are, for the main challenge, you'll have 3 hours, only 3 hours, to work on a piece of paper, and you can tape it off however you want. You can use whatever size you want. We recommend you definitely using up the majority of the real estate on the paper in order to get the most amount of imagery in there. You can use any materials that you want, and this time, because you only have 3 hours to work on your paintings, you will get to sketch on the piece beforehand. So you can prepare.
So the time starts?
Yes.
Whoa.
Yeah. So the time is just painting. So you can sketch, you can get prepared. You cannot use any paint, you can't use any markers. You have to use charcoal or graphite when you're sketching. And so you definitely want to seal it with fixative beforehand, and you'll have 2 hours to prepare your source and your sketch. So this challenge should be really fun. We're super excited because we love partnering with Diamond Art Club. We love that you guys also get the opportunity to potentially work with them as well. And we think that this is a super exciting and fun challenge combination. So, and we get to see how you guys all work together. So that's gonna be a lot of fun too. One more thing for the main challenge. You will not get to pick which part of the home your painting will be for. You will choose out of a bucket which part you're looking for. So there will be all the different parts of the home, and you guys will get assigned a different part of the home to create your painting for. All right, and now Elli and Demetra will explain to you guys decorative art, and specifically decorative art in the home.
Okay, so what I would do if I were you is like Jake said, normally when you are completing a Diamond Art Club painting, it's super fun, it's relaxing, you do it over time, it's, you know, almost like meditative,
Therapy
and it's
kind of,
therapy,
yeah.
and it's super relaxing. And you guys are gonna try to do it as quickly as possible, get as much down because you want those points, right? But simultaneously, while you're doing it, we wanted you to experience what it's like to put together one of these paintings, and how the tools work and how it really works, so that when you're creating a piece for it, you keep that in mind. So some of the things that you want to keep in mind that are very specific to Diamond Art Club and what they look for a successful piece is the types of things that don't work well are really, really soft, smooth blending like spray paint. Anything that's because everything has to be broken down into teeny tiny diamonds. So you have to think about that. Everything's a little bit more on the graphic side. Strong imagery that's noticeable right away. Also, you have to think about the demographic of who is creating these. Let's face it, it's not, you know, 45-year-old lumberjack men, right? So it's young women, it's teens, it's you know, older women, it's retired women, and the gamut, but it's mostly female, number one, and like Jake said, a lot of times they decorate their home with this. Also, a big key and why Diamond Art Club is literally the best of the best in this market. They're the best company. They're based out of California, and the quality of the diamonds are extremely like sparkly and what do they call that with light refracting or reflective? Yeah, iridescent. So keep that in mind. They have a lot of fun when they design from your design of making something sparkle or shine. So thinking in terms of what is glittery, what is shiny, what is sparkly, is gonna translate well. Think about color transitions, value transitions. All those things really matter. Color, right? Colors is really important. So when you have your 2 hours to prepare, I would very quickly, obviously, look them up, go to their website. That would be the first step, right? See what is out there. When I look at a market I want to hit, I look at what they have already in their lineup, and I don't copy it. I don't emulate that because they don't need that. They already have that niche covered. You look at what will complement, what will enhance, what will stand out, what will add to it. I try to find their holes. What do they need? What's an area that it looks like they need? They got this covered, but they're missing that, and I try to fulfill that. So if you really want to deal with them, you want to look at what they already have in their existing profile and try to see where you can fill that hole. Okay? What advice can you give about?
As far as like decorative art and thinking about, you know, certain parts of the home, what kind of art fits those areas, I would also, you know, in your 2 hours to prepare, I would research, you know, just look at lots of decorative art and get ideas. And, you know, for example, the bathroom, like I think an easy one to think about is like ocean theme, nautical stuff. For kitchens, like lots of food type art. I think that painting right there is like a perfect example of something that works in a kitchen. Also, I notice a lot of people like to decorate like nature-y things in the kitchen, like flowers or garden scenes.
Roosters.
And sometimes animals. But just think like, I don't know, I would research different parts of the house, what like decorative art you're seeing.
Yeah, and a really interesting thing about decorative art that I really love is that you have to be very empathetic. It really pulls the empathy out in you. And when you're painting for the collectible market, it's really about you and your voice and what you have to say. And if anything, you're sort of tapping into that kind of right brain creative. It's more spiritual. You're pulling that, and you're delivering something. And for decorative art, you really have to think about who is that person that's buying this and where are they putting it? Mm-hmm. And imagine being that person in that space, and what would you, as that person, not yourself, enjoy seeing?
Yeah.
So you really have to kind of be empathetic and put yourself in that situation to be successful at decorative art.
I think this challenge will really stretch you all to like you're saying, just think outside of just your normal voice and think, you're thinking about who's gonna buy it. And so I think a lot of you will be creating art that you don't normally make.
All right, first up, Barb, come get your number. No looking.
Oh, I got 2. Or do I? I don't know. I think that's a 1.
Team 1, you will be over here. Sawyer. Team 2, over here. And next, Asia.
2.
Team 2. Bree. Not looking?
I'm not looking.
Is that just 1?
Yeah. Team 2. All right, and Elena.
Team 1.
Team 1. Andrea.
Team 1.
Team 1. And Roxanne.
Can I choose which one I want?
No. The one in your hand. Team 2. Christina.
I'll get your pick. 2.
Team 2. Oh wait, no, sorry. Team 2's on that side. That was my bad. Isaac. My hand.
Alrighty, let's see. I got Team 1.
Team 1. Esther. Team 1. And Mike.
Whoa, big surprise on this one.
Team 1. All right.
And you need like a tacky end to like help pick up the dots and put them down. Different symbols or numbers based on what is in the packet. I love all Yeah, I think it's going to be, because when you open it,
Oh, this is gonna be awesome! Oh, look, we have the chart too.
Holy crap, guys. I'm looking at this and I'm like, how are you guys even gonna get it halfway done?
How are you guys gonna know? You have to count every single one?
Well, we'll look at it, and if it's like noticeably different, then, you know, that'll be nice. Otherwise, we'll have to like, just between the 3 of us, you know, be like, which is more done.
this would be awesome for the background. Like, I'm like, more or less.
So then, are they laying upside down with the pointy part on top?
Yeah, the pointy part is on the top. Oh, I like that. And then you're gonna do this one, right? Like, how do you look in actually doing the edges? Trying to
Like you can So what is this?
Is that purple?
There's something in there.
This one? Are we allowed to start?
We're just getting ready.
I have 43.
I have a lot of leather. Yeah.
Remember to double check, so 11 is number 310. These right here. And you got yeah. It's important. Also, yeah, because if we have a marker or whatever, as we finish them, if we finish some completely, we can. I have to well, maybe if you want to go for it. Yeah, honestly, you and me are probably
Because I was thinking like starting here.
It might be 12 minutes.
Yeah. What number is this? 8, 10, you must have over there.
You're gonna go 3 in, 3 in, there's 2 that somebody else has to put in.
Do you guys have any open over there for this all? We're just on
Team 1 will now be known as Team Golden Horse.
Great, nice.
And Team 2 will now be known as Team Blue Rhino.
I like golden horse way better.
3, 4, 1,
310 bar.
I have 13.
324.
Alright guys, 2 minutes left to get prepared before we get started.
Prepare to lose.
798, 3,700.
Great.
All right, good. Now you know.
All right, everyone. So you guys will have 3 hours from now to finish it. So that means that you will finish the challenge at 2:05. It is 11:05 now. So have fun, and your challenge begins in 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh, we need to I need this. I need this.
9.
Yeah. Okay. Done. I can tell her.
Okay, would you guys mind not starting it and just holding it for me?
Oh yeah.
Guys, we did the first duel.
Does anyone have 3,000? Oh yeah, 3033.
3787. 37.
Everyone is welcome to join me over here. Just saying.
Do you guys have 3799?
I hate to see anybody go. I mean, that's the honest truth, because we've all become friends and family, basically. And we totally enjoy each other, and, you know, we share rides, we share cars, we're just, you know, cook for each other and that kind of stuff. So having somebody be eliminated will be really tough.
If I were you guys, I mean, you probably have strategies, but I would try to make it the most looking, or the most completed looking.
7.
So the most powerful imagery, you might want to start with that stuff.
I'm in the most boring.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I did.
Well, it's definitely gonna feel more real. Like it's really felt like camp, kind of. Just like hanging out with everybody.
Talk about back pain later today.
Oh my God. That is not good recommendation.
Don't forget about the shake test, guys.
What's that mean?
There's a
Oh, no.
shake
At the end of it,
What?
taking your canvases and shaking it, making sure they're all stuck down properly.
Wow. Okay, thanks for letting us down.
I'm just kidding.
Somebody's gonna get shaked, all right.
Might be you, Jake.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I feel bad for Michael. He was right next to me. He really was struggling, like not being able to do the work he normally does just because he doesn't have everything he normally has to paint. And you could see his frustration.
That should be tagged.
That's great.
I keep sticking them.
No one wants to be the first eliminated, and like honestly that was in my head, like my goal when I came here. I was like, I don't want to be the first eliminated. Like I was at.
Do you want to try late instead? I thought maybe it might show better.
And the color does not necessarily reflect the symbol. Had to learn that.
I know. Oh my God.
Obviously, we all knew that this would be an elimination episode. No one wants to be out first, you know. No one wants to be out at all, but being out first is just, you know, not as fun.
We are the champions. No time for back pain because we are. Anybody have 939?
Everything should be in order.
I have 939.
Which one, 550 you're looking for?
I feel like everybody is really supportive of each other and just like wanting each other to do well. It doesn't, you know, it's not like we're competing against each other, we're competing against ourselves.
Can you imagine?
Every little one.
And you have to check that they're all in the right place.
Jake, you definitely like us better because we've been counting the whole time. We've got
Counting? We've been counting?
Christina.
Oh.
Yeah, we put down 4,000.
Well, there goes that.
Oh, you don't know? Oh.
You didn't know.
There we are.
That's sort of the tricky thing is, do you, in these big challenges, try completely new things and possibly fail at them and have that be something that is judged? Yeah, I think that you should. That's what I would like to keep doing and keep experimenting.
Do you guys feel intimidated at all that they have another person on here?
What?
I think it's slightly unfair. We've got a little bit of advantage.
A little bit now.
Sorry, you didn't realize it.
I feel like Jake, you should have to join our team. He says the 30 minutes with
I think they knew how amazing we were gonna be. Yeah. So.
And honestly, I'm surprising myself. If I can answer that, I'm pretty. I feel pretty good about some of the challenges that I've done, and it's a good feeling to have.
I don't know what this is. They said it's a sculpting tool. I use this thing all the time. For
Yeah, the red
random
stars are
things,
purple.
and I love this tool. Yeah.
I'll start grabbing some.
Does it work?
Okay.
Yeah, I like it a lot. I see some.
Maybe you could go on chocolate.
The house Chris.
She could sculpt it.
Could I have to get pictures?
Yeah, we'll try. I got you.
Because he looks like
133. Here you go. This is my favorite.
Your son?
Yeah. Thank you. Whoa, that's so freaking hard. Okay, we're gonna go to the end.
Go back to the background.
Sire, do you have an 820 near you? I think the 820.
I don't see an 820. Here are all the 8s. I know I see the 8s, but I don't see 820.
Does anyone have physically 820? Oh wait, I have it right here. It's like just in the wrong spot. What's the guy's name? Like Flynn Rider.
What's the password?
That little lizard is funny. Smothering control. Do you want me to smell?
Okay, guys. It's hot.
Okay. Like, why is it so hot?
Let me just finish this section.
I could paint all night every day if I would have food. Like, I live for food, and free food, I mean...
Golden horse rules. Did you say blue rhino?
Blue rhinos drool.
Rule, you mean.
You got it. I know that helps out.
And then we get 30 points toward our
30. No, you get 30. So, you know how everybody
It's got a cumulative score.
cumulative score for mini challenges? So it adds to our mini challenge total.
Oh.
So the other team gets 10.
You mean you guys get 10?
No, you guys.
Bree, I speak with confidence always.
There's tons of surprises during this whole show, so I am ready for any surprise that's thrown my way, but I'm confident.
Every time I'm coming home, my parents play this. Oh my gosh, we're almost done.
Almost done. Psych.
That's so funny.
Who's psychic?
It has been 1 hour and 10 minutes.
Okay. This is me.
Get it on there.
Can I have 796?
Oh, wait, no, that's. It's just
The star will be
3799.
Would you pass me some? I'll dump some over on my side and then in the bag.
Yep.
Most psychopaths.
They were super close.
All the smooths.
I was trying to pick off, I dropped one.
The pretzels?
Yeah, the two of us.
In the past, I was like kind of just lost, didn't really know where I was going with my artwork, but I feel like now I've gained, even though I don't know exactly where I'm going, nobody knows where exactly they're all gonna go, but I think I have gained belief in myself that wherever I go or whatever decisions I choose, I'm gonna be 100% all in on whatever it is with myself. After this, guys, I have the massage gun.
Oh yeah.
I'm your friend, Michael. I'm your friend.
It's down in the studio, unfortunately.
What do you guys think? You guys gonna do diamond art puzzles on your own?
I would. I like it.
It's not at this speed.
Right. Yeah.
Jake, can we get a time check?
It's a really great
40 minutes.
just explore disaster.
Yeah, we've gotten a lot done in 20 minutes.
I'm just so worried you guys are going to edit this to make it like I'm out to get these people.
No, definitely not.
They might have some things to, I don't know, some challenges in themselves with going ahead, like in terms of being scored on attitude.
All right, guys, 10 minutes remaining.
I know that there's been like a couple times that, like I did notice there was some tension last night right before the challenge started with Esther, but I mean, her art speaks for itself.
Like, I could have like really bad attitude sometimes and like a lot of drama, but I always like want, like the things I want like always like higher than like how I feel.
I'm hoping that when we put these next to each other, it'll be obvious. Which one has more done?
Have fun with that.
Yeah, you guys aren't gonna get a lunch break. Y'all are gonna be sitting here counting these jewels.
The scoring is, my brain can't understand like how things are voted for. So I have no gauge. It's sort of, I'm always a little bit surprised.
5 minutes remaining.
Alright, to the limit.
Woo, woo. Big finish, big finish.
I think it's going to hit everybody, and we're going to feel the reality of what's actually happening around us, and thinking about how people are actually going to get eliminated, and there's only going to be one person at the end of this, and just focusing on that. Yeah, I think that's really it.
You're amazing. Hey, don't use our catchphrase over there, Andrea.
Yeah. What? That's patented.
Well, we're cheering for you, even if you're not cheering for us.
I do know that, we have the possibility of coming back, doing the mini challenges so that you could come back at the end, so that I would hope would keep them in the game mentally. And but I still think we'll support each other. I don't think that'll change at all.
It's always a little nerve-wracking getting the actual scores. I think it does help in the long run. I think it'll help us a lot, kind of knowing and realizing how to maybe create really sellable work, like as far as just our own portfolios go afterwards as artists. But fingers crossed that I'm in it for a little bit longer.
3 minutes left.
Do you guys? I feel like, did John leave?
Great, I feel like I should
We're just all gonna have you allow me to please you.
I don't know how to read that. A little bit.
Does anyone have Fs?
It's definitely intimidating. I think it depends on how each person, each individual does on the specific challenges that day and how the judges are feeling.
2 minutes.
It could be you next week. It's gonna start happening fast, so.
This is F, right?
We're all in the same situation, and we're all like bringing our dreams out to the canvas, and how wonderful to be working with a bunch of artists.
1 minute.
And do it.
I mean, I am slightly worried because like you don't know, and that's a little scary.
Everybody's like, who's got everything on to them?
It just feels like everybody.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Everyone stop. Stop. Up. Roxanne, don't think about it. Don't you think about it.
Ow. Oh, my stomach. There's some weird muscles.
My neck is dead.
Body. What's it look like?
So, how are you guys feeling?
Great.
Yeah.
Real sore.
I think it would be a little bit better if we weren't timed.
Yes.
I think I would want to do it and then want to see it finished.
But I love
it.
all the colors. Like I feel like if I look at my towel, this looks like my like
Well, like all the shimmery, I love all the colors.
Yeah,
like,
that's
they're
like pretty. I like the
the
color
colors are
palette I use.
It would be
It's
really
like-
fun to finish it without timing and not,
Peaceful music.
Yeah, that'd be great.
We had no music on.
Get a lap desk.
A lap desk, yes. A big comfy pillow.
Who feels confident that they won, or their team won?
We won. We won.
Got it.
I mean, it's hard. Yeah, it's hard to say. They both look really
It's
good.
also dependent on.
I mean, I hope my team won though. We were down a man, so I think.
Yeah, there's less people, but I feel like ours.
I think we were trying to hustle.
All right, well, you guys did great.
I was a little discouraged when I got eliminated, but I think it's gonna also help me just refocus on like still producing artwork, still improving myself, and it's not like I'm totally out of it, still working on the mini challenges and things, and I think that's an exciting part because I'm coming back. I'm gonna make it happen.
Oh my gosh. The mini challenge, it went well. It was physically so hard.
Okay, we'll talk about back pain later today.
That was difficult, for sure. With like limited personal space and just knowing how much had to get done in a short space of time, and yeah.
It was definitely a little stressful just trying to get as many of those things on as we could in 3 hours.
First of all, like everyone had an opinion. Everyone had a very, very strong opinion on how we were supposed to bedazzle a piece. Like it shouldn't be that complicated. Like you just put the jewels on the piece, but everybody had a certain way of doing it.
I definitely like just those repetitive tasks, and it's kind of, I don't know, like fidgeting almost, where you're just like kind of having fun. You get to see a cool end product at the end.
Truthfully, Jake, I am so sore I can barely navigate today. Maybe that's my age, but yesterday was pretty rough. Physically. The rest was okay, but physically it was really rough, bending over the table and doing the mini challenge. And then it was kind of stressful.
It was very, very stressful, and for 3 hours straight, just sitting there with these little things going ding, 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 ding for 3 whole hours. That was very interesting.
Stop. Roxanne, don't think about it. Don't you think about it. All right, go ahead.
Kitchen.
All right, next is bar.
Above the fireplace. Ooh.
I think Sawyer got next. Or no, yeah, Sawyer.
I like it. Okay. Mudroom.
I think that's a good one, Sawyer.
Especially for point one. I still don't understand how you get so many decimal points. Yeah. How do these decimals work?
Hallway.
What is it?
Hallway.
Okay.
Okay, it's Roxanne and then Isaac after Roxanne.
I got the bathroom.
Let's see. Study. That's actually kind of what I was thinking.
What'd you get?
Nice.
Study. Yes.
I think 3. That's fresh. And then Andrea. Yeah.
Kitchen.
What is it?
Kitchen.
Kitchen. Oh, there's multiple kitchens.
Oh, we haven't got a bedroom.
There might just be 5.
Guest bedroom. Yes. Guest bedroom. Yeah.
Game room.
I have no idea.
No smelling right.
You didn't sniff it.
Entryway. What is that?
That's the best one.
It's the best one. But what is that? Like where it is?
It's like when you walk into a house. Like the front piece that you see. Front doors of someone's house. Like walking in. All right, that's it, guys.
I was really hoping for bathroom. I wanted to do a mermaid.
I love to paint. I've been an artist a long time, gone to school for it, but really living as a full-time artist just in the last 2 months after retiring, that there's things that don't always work out just because I haven't put the time into it. I haven't had the time to put into it. And the more time I put into it, the better I get.
I feel like it's to do with your temperament. It's like, how can I push myself and push the boundaries in myself without like feeling like I'm going to completely ruin the painting, or, you know.
I think usually when I do my pieces at my home studio and in general, a lot of the time I'll be very like kind of reflect on them afterwards, and there have been a lot of times where I'll kind of like finish a piece and then go back to it later after maybe seeing something else that I was inspired by or something. So I feel like I do a lot of self-reflection on my work.
Right now, it's just a huge family of people that are just painting together. It almost feels like a workshop or something. It doesn't feel like a competition, to me at least.
We kind of rotate around, so you might hang out with this person, but then they go do something and then you hang out with someone else. So it's not like you have your two best friends or something like that. It's like a constant mix of people going in and out of the day, so makes it a lot of fun.
I'm a fast painter. I never paint more than 6-8 hours on a piece in general, so it's a little bit challenging to do it like all in one settings, because I like taking breaks, and that's how I can like think more clearly of like what I want, like how I want painting to be, because like when I stay away from it, it gives me like better perspective every next time I'm coming to see it.
I think strategy, like if you don't like what you're gonna paint, or you don't fully know exactly what you're gonna do, it's kind of hard to like stay on topic and stay, true to yourself too, but like, because you're just sitting there like, what am I supposed to do next? And then it's like slowing you down.
Coming to the competition, I was kind of worried it was going to be super competitive, and like maybe people wouldn't be very nice because they're super into the competition and competitive. But honestly, everyone's just so kind, and if you need something, they give it to you, and they offer advice and encouragement, and I've actually been very surprised about that, and it's a very good environment to be competing in, and I love to be a part of it.
I think it's like continuing to learn how to work under pressure. Like before, I would never even put myself in a position to be under pressure because I would just freeze up. And I mean, it still kind of happens, but I'm learning how to work through it and like try to live in the moment more and not, stress about the future, but just do my best like right in the moment.
All right, everyone, you know the deal. Let's get right to it. So you guys have 3 hours. We will be taking a short break, 30-minute break for dinner. And then after that, we'll be getting right back to painting. And your guys' challenge begins in 3, 2, 1, go.
I never remember if fearless brushes are the mixed media or the. Thank you. Okay. What am I doing? What's my plan? Come on, pink.
Oops.
Someone did get eliminated today. That person's name is Michael. Who will be next? One of you will be next. One person will be getting eliminated every challenge from here on out.
I wasn't that surprised, to be honest, but you know, I think for all of us, like, it's one painting challenge away from being eliminated, so it could be anyone this week. I don't really have any preconceived ideas, to be honest.
Was anyone surprised that it was Michael?
A little bit. I mean, I don't know. I was honestly very, like, given the fact that I was in the bottom and stuff, and we got very close to the end without my name being called, I was getting a little nervous myself.
Yeah. Anybody feel thrown off being put into a different painting spot?
A little bit.
Kind of.
I was in my groove.
What's happening with
Good.
it, but I like it. I didn't get to
That's just down there.
I'm excited
It's a
about
square. Yeah. I'm excited about Barb's
At home, I
spot.
frequently move myself around.
She seemed to do pretty well here.
She had a lot of luck there, so.
Well, I'm real excited about being excited.
Having to slam lunch and then running down to the studio and trying to make a source, only I was one of the lucky ones that got to move my station. So I had about 5 minutes to make a source.
That didn't bother me at all. Some people it probably did, but I was fine.
Roxanne was pissed.
I know Roxanne she was mad at me because I was in my spot and she had to move to my spot, but someone was in my new spot and I couldn't move out of my spot, and I was like, I don't know where you want me to go. But we worked it out, so that was good.
It wasn't peaceful and calm and quiet like I would normally like to do things. Not a lot of thought went into it, but a lot of action went into it.
Who's hoping for a licensing deal?
Yeah.
Me.
People are gonna have fun. I was thinking about yesterday, if I got a licensing deal, I think that would just be really a confirmation for me that I'm doing my soul's purpose on this earth, and I feel like these things would just kind of have a domino effect if I get a licensing deal that just gives me more exposure and more people to see my artwork.
Just to think that people would be interested in my work, that I was at a caliber that would warrant something like that. And then just even for publicity, more and more people would see it, then they'd be drawn to my work.
It's like, okay, I don't know what decorative art is. Like, there could be a licensing deal, I could get eliminated. Like, so you have all these things in your head that, like, and you want to create a good, like, piece of art. Like, you're like, I want to show that I'm talented and I can do this and I'm awesome.
So what are your thoughts behind this painting, Asia?
As far as what I chose,
Yeah.
so I picked hallway for mine, and so I was trying to think of something that would be kind of like a window to nature, like in a dark hallway or something that might brighten it up.
So I went with cherry blossoms and some bright colored birds.
Very universal.
Yeah, I'm hoping to get the attention of women and girls with the pinks and everything.
Cool.
So, yeah.
My advice for you would just to be make sure that you have a lot of enough contrast in there.
Okay.
Just because the background seems kind of low contrasty, you know. So.
Okay.
What's your idea, Barb?
So I'm over the fireplace, so I thought of sitting in a living room or family room and dreaming of places to go. And I wanted to do it sort of in a Gauguin style with bright colors. So I'm imagining sitting on a horse in the water, watching the rainbow come down.
Cool.
And
That's very
lots
cool.
of color.
Tasteful rainbow, huh?
Tasteful rainbow. It stuck with me. Isn't it cumulative? We keep all our ideas until the last. And
hey, I mean, if you do.
Oh my gosh, that'd be crazy. You have to do a tasteful rainbow with a dancer, with
oh my gosh.
hallway.
That's for season 3.
Oh, don't even.
So you already told me a little bit about your idea, but do you want to elaborate a little bit? What's going on here?
What is going on here? Well, I was trying to think of anything in the world that could be a game room that also appealed to young girls and maybe some older women. So, yeah, I have these edges, which I have no clue what they're gonna be, but at least I'm just gonna go sort of pastel. I kind of wanna do something a little bit more Matisse style, like maybe just a little bit more, just try to keep it really basic shapes and light colors. And then I might start letting this drip into like galaxy, so that there's some contrast.
Cool. All right, I'll let you get to it. So tell me about what you're doing.
So yeah, so I got the mud room, and when I was talking to Elli about it, she was like talking about how cats like go use the litter box in the mud room. So it would be cool to paint a cat. So I was like, that's a great idea. And I love cats and orange cats, and I have 2 orange cats. So I'm doing an orange cat and with like flowers to like make the mud room pretty, you know? And then I thought to add like a bird, because I don't know, I just really like orange and blue together. And I thought this would be super fun to like do the diamonds with.
Yeah.
Like I would want to lay the diamonds on this, and I don't know, I think they'd look really good sparkly and colorful, so.
Yeah.
Yep.
I saw that you did a lot of dogs. You've done a lot of dog paintings or dog portraits on your Instagram.
Yeah, I love animals. I like dogs and cats and all that. I love birds, actually. I kind of accidentally end up painting birds all the time. Thank
All
you.
right, well, have fun.
Thanks.
Looks like you will. Oh, that's cool, Esther. What do you got going on here?
I got entrance.
Okay.
So I thought it like could be anything basically, but I wanted like to create this like I don't know journey type of theme. So I got shoes, roller skates.
So did you get inspiration from roller skating last night?
Yeah.
That's cool.
It was a good idea. I don't regret it. So I got sunflowers, the car, and the roller skates.
Cool. Well, it's a good color palette, and I think it'll be really cool. Only thing that I could see that might be an issue is just like this seems like right through the middle of it. So I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah, I will think of composition. Yeah, I can see that.
It's super cool though. I'm excited to see it. They'll do great with it.
Thank you.
All right, what's going on here, Roxanne, for the bathroom?
Yeah.
Cool.
It's a cheetah in the bathtub.
Okay, so you're going for quirky.
Well, yeah.
Cool.
fun. And he has sunglasses on
Wow. Okay, so really quirky.
with the bubbles.
What inspired it?
Well, I got the bathrobe. And so then I was like looking, and then just randomly a cheetah picture showed up on my feed. And I was like, well, that would be a fun thing to put in a bathtub.
In a bathtub. Well, better than a cheetah on a toilet, probably, so.
Yeah. Definitely.
All right, well, have fun with it.
I am. It is definitely decorative.
What do you got going on here, Isaac?
So right now I filled in this. It's gonna be like a one-line drawing style, and it's gonna be a brain. Because I kind of want my painting to represent kind of like the flow of abstract thought almost. Because I ended up with the study for my setting in the room. So right now I'm just putting in my background, so I'm gonna keep it like the background of it a little more dulled out. Like I'll probably lighten this gray even a little bit more. And then I'm gonna keep this like kind of a light gold kind of tone. And then I'm gonna have like some almost like Kandinsky inspired type like stacking of like geometric shapes kind of emerging.
Cool. I could definitely see that going in a study.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought it would be a really...
This almost felt like mountains.
Oh.
In the background. I don't know why, when I was just looking at it, I was like, saw this giant brain coming out of a volcano. It's like mountains in the background.
Yeah, once I do I think it'll definitely meld a little better once I do the, because in my source I just liked the kind of juxtaposition between the color differences. But once I do my one-line drawing, I'm gonna have like some trail off of like kind of looping lines going like this way, and then like probably ending on the edge of where I taped and stuff. So I think that will give it a better overlapping, you know?
Yeah,
So-
totally. Only thing I would be careful about is compositionally not having this too close, like too far down, you know what I'm saying? Like you wanna stay with the golden ratio and
That's
maybe bring it up a little bit or like fade it a little bit into the background, create depth. Something just
That's
to
a
keep
good
in
idea.
mind.
I might fade it, yeah.
All right, well, have fun. I can't wait to see it evolve.
Yeah.
What is going on here, Bree? I'm just kidding. No, but I'm curious. What are you doing?
I am doing a cherry-like cupcake with swirly lollipop.
Oh, I see, yeah.
And daisies. And so then I'm going to go over these, and then I'm gonna have more of these like little ones, kind of sporadic, so it'll like have more depth to it.
Cool. Very candy colors too. Did you get kitchen?
Yes.
Okay.
I
So
did.
you got kitchen, and you also got kitchen.
And you just happen to put us at the exact same easel.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. So this will
Very
be
interesting. Yeah. All right. Yeah. May the best woman win. Okay, so you guys inspired by each other at all?
I'm always inspired by Elena.
Okay.
She is very talented.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm actually inspired by all of these crazy, awesome artists. It's hard to decide who's gonna take the lead in anything.
So, Alana, I know you're having some trouble getting your idea together. Well, maybe not trouble, but you kind of got it together right as we were starting. So, tell me about it.
Yeah, I started over because I couldn't sketch on my paper with the sealant. So, yeah, I'm just doing sort of like a fun in the moment breakfast with pancakes and blueberries and bumblebees. And yeah, I'm not quite sure with the background yet, but yeah, I'm gonna try and keep it loose and illustrative, a bit sketchy. So
Cool.
yeah.
Very cool. I like it. All right, Andrea, what you doing?
Hi, Jake. I'm doing hummingbirds and flowers, and I got guest bedroom.
Very cool.
So I liked the idea of the beautiful iridescence on the hummingbirds, and I really wanted to exaggerate that. And I feel like I would like to see something beautiful like hummingbirds or swans or something really peaceful and something in nature in a guest bedroom if I'm staying at someone's house. So I'm just going with my intuition on this one and really going to exaggerate the sparkles for the art painting, and hopefully it turns out as I expect.
Cool, yeah. I've definitely got the high contrast, doing the galaxy thing. Were
Yeah,
you
the
inspired
galaxy
at all
too.
by like doing galaxy with Elli's painting?
Yeah, I was definitely inspired. I feel like galaxy is a good theme to have for a bedroom because you're going to sleep. So I definitely want to make it my own, of course, but yeah, I'm really excited for this. So
Cool, I'll let you get to it.
yeah. Oh, sorry, you're like waiting
You're
there.
good. Yeah, I was like, oh, how long? No.
Yeah, all of them.
Is it the urgency from the timely elimination?
Whose painting will stand out? Or will no one's? Because everyone's is so amazing.
Amazing.
It's an emotional roller coaster.
That is.
Or is it just a seesaw?
Seesaw.
You guys really gotta pace yourself.
This is a challenge for me.
No, I forgot where I was going to use it.
She's like just getting so into mixing
what?
it.
Yeah, oh, that's pretty, huh? What am I doing again? What did I just
Shoot, I got rid of this circle line.
It's so weird getting filmed and painting. It's like I feel so awkward.
Just get pink on the canvas. That is my
So go. I know it's so fast. For me, I just don't like how you. I feel like you're more of a colorist.
I don't want to know.
Perfect. Great.
Some of you guys are off to a really quick start.
Tasteful rainbow, tasteful rainbow, tasteful rainbow.
I love a good tasteful rainbow.
Is everyone still in acrylics?
Yeah.
No.
No.
Hello. If I stay in acrylics, I waste a lot of time. I know I should probably stay in the acrylics longer. I just really love oils, and I tend to waste a lot of time in acrylics, and things just can get really messy because just the way it's worked on the brush, the acrylic paint is just a lot different to work with.
Dang. I don't know who said no, but that's great.
That is great.
Good for you.
Would you be able to tell us
What is it about blue and orange that you love?
I can't even explain it. I think it's subconscious. It just maybe because I grown up on the sea coast. Like that's the colors I saw, like the sea, and we have this orange like clay hills. So that's what I was like constantly seeing growing up.
Oh, very interesting. Okay, cool.
So maybe
now you know.
It comes way back from there.
Trying to get as much done in acrylics as possible so that I can move to oils pretty darn quick.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go over this one.
Is that your white paint?
What?
Is that your white paint?
You know, don't like just because it's decorative art, like make, you know, grandma art.
Are you talking to me?
Well, a little bit, Asia, because you have. I mean, it has the potential to go that way. I mean,
I'm tempted to completely change direction.
Huh?
I'm tempted to completely change direction.
I think you guys don't lose yourselves. You know what I mean? Like Andrea, you're doing great. You haven't lost yourself. That's your style. That's cool. Keep doing what you're doing, but you gotta speed it up.
I know.
Because if you don't speed it up, you're gonna wind up with an ugly painting.
Thank you.
But I think that yours works, and then Asia, I think yours is just a little on the not contemporary enough. Like, you know, put your style into it. Put your flair into it.
I didn't know if like drips would like.
Yeah, be free.
Okay, but I was trying to like paint for this specific challenge.
Yeah, you do. You paint for this challenge, but you can still, like, if you looked at a lot of their art, or like look at the thing they picked of mine, the thing that they chose of mine. I mean, it still had my, like, decorative art isn't so watered down. It still has really cool. Think about if like a super hip college kid who has very rich parents that has a lot of original cool art in their house, and that's what they're used to, but this is their college dorm and they're buying a print to decorate it with. You know, what would be on the wall? It's got to be a little bit like, still has to be hip and mixed media-ish and have, you know, a background that has stuff in it and is interesting. You know what I mean? It's not going to be flat and illustrative. I think some of them are starting to look flat and illustrative, if that makes sense. You have lots of time. You have like 2 hours.
Just under 2 hours.
Yeah, you have 2 hours. I would, you know, and don't be afraid of spray paint. Just don't have like, you know, the whole thing be soft gradations, because that doesn't translate in the way that they do things. Asia, yours looks like a painting. It's loose and everything, but it needs a little bit of edginess, just a little bit.
Okay.
Back to the drawing board. Let's see what I can do. I would rather you didn't just watch me while I'm trying to figure out what I'm doing.
Oh, I get it. It's a cupcake.
I haven't done it because I was going to dry brush in oil.
Yeah.
More. And I still have to put in the little flowers more and stuff.
Okay, that's good that you made space there.
Yeah, in between that too.
So I think it's really important to nail those greens. and make the most bright,
In oil
garish.
though, right?
Okay.
Or
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Or
yeah, like radiant green or something. But and maybe even think about outlining and drawing.
Like outlining. Oh, okay.
Or something.
Would like this green?
You got to get it like tighter, quicker.
Could this green secure more?
Yeah, I think so. That's better, Asia. Your subject matter is safe. I mean, as long as you do sweet birds, do edgy sweet birds, and then you got it.
Okay.
Okay? Don't do grandma sweet birds. Okay.
I remember I was confused because Dimitra said, like, you may find you paint something that's not you.
Yeah.
Well, that was like, oh, okay, so maybe I should, like, you know, try to do something less.
Well, you wouldn't normally paint sweet birds. So, Isaac, that's not a terrible idea. Just be careful that it's not too
blue.
No, too drippy and out of control with the drippy, you know, like
yeah.
And the fact that it's not pink, that brain, you got to somehow make it really clear that it's a brain.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back, probably cover some of like the excess from here from those drips, and then put in this shadow again, and then I'm going.
What if you did like a skull or something over there?
Oh, I could. What I had planned right now is to do kind of something like this, like thought bubbles almost, and then do like little.
I think this is super cool, and the color is interesting, you know. But I'm just worried it's not going to look exactly like a brain. People are going to go, "Is that a world? Is that a chair?" Is
Yeah,
that, you know?
no. I have a sort.
If it was pink, no question, it's a brain.
Yeah.
So either make it pink
or make it more clear.
Make it like a real brain.
I have it planned, so I have my source, so I wanted to get it like kind of messy underneath, and then I'm gonna go back over, I think, with silver and then another layer with black so that it actually has the matching shape of like a brain. Because right now I just did like the one line drawing to get it in.
Okay, well make sure you have enough time for all those details, because you know, if you get all the way to the end and you only have like 15 minutes for details, you might not pull it off.
That's true.
So it might even be better to get those details, then jazz it up when you have time. Number one priority should be to make that look like a brain.
Okay.
Somehow.
Duly noted.
You're all right. Just be loose. Use spray paint.
Yeah. I don't know if that's gonna stay that color. Freaking out.
Oh.
Do we have another? Okay.
Yeah, that was intimidating, thinking, Ellie's watching me and I'm not getting it right.
I don't want these to look like hamburgers. Oh dear.
That was intimidating.
What's time check?
The time is. You guys are almost exactly halfway through. 1 hour and 30 minutes remaining.
Okay, thank you.
Looks good, Asia.
Thank you.
Looks better with the black in there.
Thank you.
gonna take a break, guys, and right now. So everybody put your brushes down in 3, 2, 1, brushes down. Pause the time. All right, time's paused.
I'm super glad that she did come in because I was feeling conflicted about the piece in general. And I just felt lost. I mean, I was just going with it, but I felt lost. And then when she came in and just mentioned that, like, I don't know, that it was kind of looking lame. I like knew that she didn't say it specifically to me, but like I could tell that she was looking at mine because I was feeling the same way about mine.
All right, everyone. So you guys have an hour and 12 minutes left, but we decided to give you guys an additional 45 minutes. So you guys have 2 hours left. We're gonna round it out. 2 hours left. And your 2 hours starts now.
That's
Yeah, I'm already there.
Yay!
It gives me time.
I'm so happy.
We all were like, well,
everybody.
Here it is.
All right, now everybody switch paintings. I'm just kidding.
Oh my God. I would be so angry.
I wouldn't even know.
that might be a cool idea.
Hey, Isaac, one thing is I would make sure to have variety of scale, because right now all of those circles are the exact same size. All right, everyone. In addition to having an extra 45 minutes, I thought that you guys could use some encouragement. So, I'm gonna play some music for you.
Thank you. What the heck? So good.
So generous today.
Ryan, look how nice you're being. This is gonna end badly in a couple minutes.
See, why do I have a bad feeling about this?
Yeah, really. Very suspicious.
I love this song.
Oh my
It's
God!
gonna be funny, but I love this song.
Little did you know, this is in every playlist I have on Spotify. You've been thwarted again, Jake.
What about a right brain song?
OMG.
How fun.
What?
Okay,
I listened to this, like actively listen to this song.
Everybody's saying something louder.
I like that song.
Me too.
I can't do it.
Like for me, it was just like, yeah, cool. Like it's just like one more opportunity that you can look forward to. But definitely was fun to like think of your painting in terms of like specific product and make it for the product.
And I'm really excited just to see who gets the licensing deal with that. I think that'll be super cool to see.
I love sparkle. So I just think that would be so cool. To me, it feels really cool because people would be spending a lot of time with your art.
I'm on the hopeful side that somebody will get it.
It's so weird. Like somebody's watching me.
so happy we got extra time. Just thank you.
I want to start over.
No, why?
It's too mushy.
Too mushy? Too mushy?
I haven't really had time to like look at it.
Did you say you haven't had time?
No, I don't know what it looks like.
Such a relief because I felt like I could actually pause and think about my next steps rather than just going crazy and just trying to get as much done as possible in such a short space of time. I think we only had an hour left, so that extra hour was like a godsend.
Oh, it is glowing.
It's glowing?
It's glowing.
Oh, good.
Do you have radiant white?
Yeah! Get your radiant on.
This week, I wouldn't say I'm necessarily nervous. I don't think that I'm like totally safe and like clear out of the water, like, oh yeah, I'll be fine, I'm making it to the next episode. But I'm not necessarily as stressed as I was for the last elimination.
I am ready for a glass of wine. 30 seconds.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Brush down.
Aw, man. I could have worked on this for like 2 hours. Okay.
That growing though. That's beautiful.
Oh my god.
That was the longest day ever.
I knew this was a big deal, like coming into it, like the opportunity and everything. I'm just growing so much and learning so much about myself. You know, of course I'd love to win the money, that'd be amazing, but the more I'm here, like, the more important it is for me to do really well and just, I want to be in it through the whole thing. Like, I don't want to miss out, and because I just think like it's such a growing experience, and I don't want to be on the sidelines.
I love the cherry ice cream.
I would almost assure you, my mom would put this in my sleeping bag.
Wow, this
I wish I could have rendered.
Even today, I kind of gave him crap. I was like, Michael, where have you been? And like, he was like, I'm a ninja, I'm gone. And I'm like, what?
I've noticed just from talking to everybody, like there's definitely like, oh man, the pressure's on. Like I really got to make this work. And I think the decor theme really pushed a lot of people. And a lot of people were like, I don't know what I did.
Are you talking to me?
A little bit, Asia, because you have, I mean, it has the potential to go that way.
Somehow I got really mixed up in what was expected for the painting, and like I thought to specifically paint for this challenge, I thought that I had to produce something that was like not really my style, but suited for, you know, the audience specifically.
I didn't know if like drips would like...
Yeah, be free.
Okay, but I was trying to paint for this specific challenge.
Yeah, you do.
I think it's good. It's pushed a lot of people to get outside their comfort zones and do things that they would not normally tried. And I heard, who was it, Alana, I think, totally redid her entire painting and just halfway through, so.
I'm tempted to completely change direction.
I think you guys don't lose yourselves, you know what I mean?
3 times. She changed it more than that. Okay.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Dang.
It's not gonna be flat and illustrative. I think some of them are starting to look flat and illustrative, if that makes sense. You have lots of time. You have like 2 hours.
Just under 2 hours.
Yeah, you have 2 hours.
Back to the drawing board. Let's see what I can do.
Most people had sketched out their sources and like everything like sort of happening quickly between each challenge. So I kind of started with a very quick source that I had just thrown together. And Elli had made some comments about most of our art looking like grandma art. And I kind of knew that mine, like looking at my painting, it didn't really feel like something I would want on my wall. So that was like a fairly good indicator that I needed to switch it up and do something that felt more free and more like myself.
I would rather you didn't just watch me while I'm trying to figure out what I'm doing.
Whenever I was starting to melt down a little bit and feel like, oh, what do I do, what do I do, what do I do? And I felt like the camera sort of came around me. That was a little stressful, and I felt like I couldn't get in the right headspace to sort of get a flow happening with what I was doing, because I was conscious that everything, like, it almost felt like all my worst nightmares were coming true, like in terms of completely melting down on camera, and I didn't want that to happen.
You're all right. Just be loose.
I felt so much better about it. Like initially I was freaking out with the time, but being in a good flow, it just comes out a lot easier, and I think I would have pushed and made the other painting like much less appealing had I kept working on it.
Who told you this? I told Dimitra. Sneaky. No.
Cool, very candy colors too. Did you get kitchen?
Yes.
Okay,
I
so
did.
you got kitchen, and you also got kitchen.
And you just happen to put us at the exact same easel.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
I think Elena was just feeling kind of stressed out, wasn't really sure what to do. And I mean, none of us had painted decorative art before, so in our minds we're also like, what is decorative art? Like, that was my first question. Like, I don't even know what I'm supposed to be painting.
Kitchen.
What is it?
Kitchen.
Kitchen. Oh, there's multiple kitchen.
We both got the same topic, so we both got kitchen. So then at lunchtime we were like talking, and this is like kind of the backstory. We were just kind of talking and we were brainstorming ideas. Everything was cool. We went our separate ways and we're like kind of creating our sources. I kind of had one, and then I was like coming to show her and like talk to her, and I like had kind of came up from behind, and then she was like, whoa, 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 and like just kind of slammed the like laptop down a little bit, and I was like took by surprise because I was like, whoa, I'm like, what just happened? But then, I mean, I guess it's a competition because the competition's real.
Sometimes it's those moments when you're just like, ah, where something really cool comes out.
You know, you could have taped it as a square.
I know, I literally just had that thought like 1 second ago.
I'd tape it right now. What do you mean?
Yeah, can I?
You can totally, it's up to you.
I was debating on putting something on the sides, but I don't think I'm creative enough right now to do that.
The cropping truly came down to I didn't have enough time to imagine a broader circumstance than my source, which was a square. We started with 3 hours. Maybe if I would have known we had 4 in the beginning, I wouldn't have chosen a square. But I just hadn't reached it yet. And you walked over at the exact moment that I had this thought like, gosh, what am I gonna do over there on those 2 sides? And I was like, maybe I can crop it. And you like walked up and were like, you know, you could like crop it into a square. And I'm like, ding, ding, okay, let's do that then.
Well, I think this is very good as a painting. I do wish that the brain was a little more clear a brain. I think it's fairly clear, but I think some like bubblegum pink highlights.
I was telling him that he needed more of a color story because it's kind of, you know, it's like a lot of the same bluish gray and then pink and then yellow, and it doesn't really, like it's not. I told him to make the yellow more orange and to put some teal in there, which he did. So
I don't know, I totally disagree. I think it's a primary palette, like a spin-off of a primary palette, except that the yellow is mustard, you know, the red is kind of towards magenta, and the blue is towards gray. So I think the color story actually is really strong in this, and the yellow, I think, really helps it. I think the brain needs highlights so that they have form, like the noodly part of the brain. And as far as like decorative art, I think it's a little too edgy and not a lot of people maybe will relate to it. And I think this black here is a little harsh. Like it should feel, because you almost wonder, is that like supposed to be a profile of a face, or I don't know. But I think that there's a lot of cool things about it. And the idea of a brain in a study, I think that's a good idea.
Overall, I feel good. I'm happy with my painting and where it went. I am a little interested, not necessarily nervous, but just very interested to see what the judges think, especially the reps from Diamond Art Club, just because with some tweaks I made to the piece that I think did make it a better piece of art. I'm not sure how like decorative the piece stayed, so I don't know if I kind of strayed a little far from like maybe what they're looking for.
So I think Roxanne's piece is kind of quirky and comical and, you know, pretty well done for the amount of time, especially up here.
Yeah.
I think down there it got kind of like muddy and I don't know, like maybe I would have liked more detail with the feet and maybe outline, since it is kind of quirky. She could have gotten away with some kind of like
more graphic look
to it.
I really like the way she did the bubbles in the bathtub. The scale is interesting. Like I think, you know, the cheetah should be a little smaller, but I don't know. Maybe that's just nitpicking it.
Yeah.
Physically, mentally, having to basically prepare a source in 5 minutes, that was definitely out of my comfort zone. I think I'm a pretty much fine art painter, so it was sort of like I had to get in touch with my quirky side to kind of, my particular area was bathroom art. So I kind of had to rethink a couple of things that I had planned and come up with something that I thought fit with the Diamond Art criteria for doing this piece. Definitely out of my comfort zone.
I really like Esther's piece. I think it's very much her style, her voice.
I think the color is great. The car is, you know, pretty good. The flowers, the brush strokes, the drips. There's a lot of cool things in it. The movement of it all. The only thing is, I wish that the roller skates were done a little bit better. They're like lacking form. They look like saggy socks or something. Like I would have liked to see more structure in them, and maybe if the flowers went off. And I think the legs and the socks are done well. It's just the bottom of the shoe, I think, of the roller skate could have had more form. But I think overall she did really well. And
yeah, very bright color, clean.
Yeah.
I was a little bit stressed in the beginning because I like take my time to make sources and like I'm constantly making them. Because I wasn't thinking too much. I just got what I really felt like painting without like overthinking it, so it was really good. And I just had fun with the car because I love cars. I like this like Beetle cars. We're like all over Mexico, so I was like, yeah, sure. And then I love sunflowers, and then we just went roller skating. So I'm just like, let's just throw this into the salad, into the painting salad, and see like how it feels.
I really love Sawyer's painting. I think it's probably my favorite in here because it's so bright and juicy, and I think it really fits the whole theme of this month and what, you know, just she really nailed it, I think. And I also could see this translating to a diamond art painting really well.
Yeah, I think you're right about all that. I also like the theme for mudroom because it's like garden, spring, garden tools go in the mudroom sometimes. You know, cat litter boxes for cats go in the mudroom. And, you know, I think just having a cat there, you know, you could almost see it hanging above the litter box or something in the mudroom. But anyway, the only thing I don't like is I think this got a little too stylized, whereas this is pretty representational in those brush strokes, but these just kind of were like, bloop, 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 you know, a little too formless maybe. But other than that, I think it's really good.
It looks different than everyone else's, but I kind of think that's a good thing. I think that I really listened to the challenge and made a successful piece for the challenge. I think that my piece could translate really well into a Diamond Art Club piece. That's how I painted it. I painted it thinking about people at home on their tables, shellacking beautiful diamonds and hanging it on their wall. So I think I did all that was expected of me. I'm feeling pretty good about it. I just hope that the judges do too.
Christina, personally, this is one of my favorite pieces, probably my second favorite after Sawyer's, and it's really different for her. I've never seen her do something like this, but I was telling her, like, this is a good direction for her, and I know it really fits her story to, like, I think, you know, just being an actress, and I don't know, like, to me, it's edgy, and I like how effortless it feels, and, like, just how she left some things unfinished and then other things more tight. And she got game room, I think.
Yeah. I really like it too. I think she did a really good job. I think the color is great, that sort of aqua and the pink. The only thing I would say is this palm I wish was a little more developed and had like thicker, juicier, green palm-like, you know, I wish this looked a little more like a palm because it really has that kind of, you know, Miami vibe to it, and I think the palm tree being a little stronger and more evident and picking up some of this color in it would have made it stronger.
I feel so relieved that it's over. I truly feel like yesterday I almost had a meltdown because I was so all over the place trying to combine the thoughts in my brain of game room with the demographic of teenage girls and maybe older women. And you know what? I love sparkle. So I really wanted to make something that I would like to have sparkly, and my brain could not combine those elements up until the last second.
I think Barb's is really good for like a, you know, 3/4 of the way through kind of painting. It looks a little bit messy and unfinished, like if she had another hour or two, maybe 2 hours, then it would get to, I think it would be great, really good. I think she took on a lot. It was really ambitious for the amount of time. And she kind of got in the woods with having to render a rainbow, a mountain, a small human with a tiny face, an animal, a four-legged animal, get it all in proportion, all those flowers and grass. That is a lot to take on in a short period of time. Very ambitious. So I think she, you know, kind of did a little too much, so it probably wasn't like the best strategy, but I mean, considering the amount of time and all that, I think she did well with it.
Yeah, I agree with all that, and just the rainbows, I wish you just spent, you know, kind of made that the focus, like they're looking towards the rainbow, and if they were just kind of more blurry and soft, then I think, you know, it would look much better.
Taking on too much in a short amount of time, even as I'm looking, I'm like, okay, that's a lot. Okay, that's a lot. Oh, but I could combine this and that. Okay, but that's a lot. No, I can do it. So I think I knew it, but I went ahead anyways. I'm not quite sure why, except I was excited to do everything. And then once we got in there and got to work, oh my gosh, I regretted it.
I like this. This is probably my favorite. I think it's really punchy. It's loose, but pretty accurate. I think the birds have almost like a lovable crankiness to them, you know? It's almost like you could see how she was feeling about this whole process, you know, in the birds. Again, I think just with a little more time, it would have been good if like some of the closer flowers were a little more rendered and a little more detail. But I really love them fading into kind of looseness. I just wish some of these were a little tighter.
I wish like this bird especially, it could be just like really juicy looking, like the greens, like she exaggerated the greens more, or I think something in that area needs to just really pop.
I was still so conflicted about, you know, what would, you know, get me good points for this and what would not. So I was really fighting with my painting the whole time. And I think it turned out better than it started, but honestly, I'm pretty worried. I'm not sure what's gonna happen, but I just kind of have a feeling that I'm in the bottom, so.
Andrea. I think this is good. It just needs, again, more time, and I think she maybe didn't, I don't know, economize her time well. I mean, it looks finished, but I guess I would like to see things pop a little more. It has a little bit, like everything's close to the same value, or messy, or too busy, or something. There's something that feels like you lose things in it.
Yeah, I think it's the time restraint for her, probably. Like, yeah, they just need one more layer of like realism and detail.
And pop, and
and highlights. So I think it was just, everything was wet and yeah.
I feel like my painting was a lot different than everybody else's. I don't know, it could have just been just me, but like everybody went for like a more like graphic, simpler route, and I feel like I really just did something completely different, and I don't know how the judges are going to handle that. I wish that I made the birds a little bit bigger because I feel like you can't really see them, but also I couldn't really add highlights to it because it was wet oil underneath, so.
Alana.
I think Alana did a really good job. It's very like loose, and you know, it's the color's really crisp and clean. I think it's pretty interesting. It looks like a good solid kitchen piece. I feel like it might need to be cropped in a little bit, like there's too much excess, you know, empty space going on. And for a kitchen, having a long skinny piece actually works well because there's a lot of spaces in kitchens that need that. Maybe I would have liked to have seen what would have made it more interesting if like a focal point could have been made here where these were rendered out, those macaroons like really much more realistic, and then they kind of faded and got more abstract as they went. And I think that would have really made it a more sophisticated piece.
Yeah, I was telling her that the frosting needed to be, like, we need to know the middle, like that's like the most important part of macaroon, to like get the middle right. And I think they definitely need some more time, and I probably wouldn't have put black or gold in there because in the source it was like all pastels.
I left the challenge feeling that from a decorative art point of view, I could see that being used in a lot of different ways because it was fairly minimal, and I felt like I had enough loose brush strokes going on in comparison to the other one in terms of my other painting that I had started. But I definitely prefer like the boldness of color and contrast that I got from my other painting.
For Brie, I would say it's a little too much like pink. I think that the white should be stronger and more evident and crisper and cleaner. I think the frosting on the cupcake would be clearer. It would stand out from the background if it was white. So brighter highlights, thick white brush strokes. I think the red, she should have made that sucker more graphic and crisper on the edges and the swirls, and more red and less magenta and pink. Mm-hmm. And then I think the green should be less Christmas green and more like minty green.
Yeah.
And then I think it would be, that sounds like a lot of changes, but they're slight tweaks.
It's mostly in the color. Yeah.
It's mostly in the color.
Mm-hmm.
It's like if she did the right stuff for another 20 minutes, then it would have been a really great piece. But you win some, you lose some.
I want to be better each week, and so my first one I had a 72. My second one I think I had a 75. So anything higher than 75 would be amazing, because I want to keep raising the bar and I want to keep achieving my goals. So anything higher than 75.
If I were to make a guess, I would guess I'm probably in the 65, maybe 70 range for this challenge, because I think so far the highest score I've gotten is 76, and I don't think this is my strongest piece so far.
Well, I've been wrong on the first two, so I don't know, 60, 70 maybe. I really don't have a good guess, Jake.
Well, I'm gonna give myself a lower score this time. I would score my painting, I don't know, I feel like my gut tells me it scored a lot lower. I'm gonna say a 60.
I would probably give it in the 70s. There were things I wanted to do that I just couldn't for a lot of reasons. I really liked the horse I painted, but I don't know if that's enough to carry me into a higher score. So I just want this one to go away and let's move on to the next. And I'm hopefully gonna be here.
I actually really did like mine this time, considering the fact with everything I went through where I just was in full panic mode. I almost cried before. I feel like I pulled it all together. I like my colors. There's a few more things I'd like to do just for me. But I really like it. I would score it well. I'll give it maybe my highest score. I've been I went 70, hopefully more than 20. Maybe this time I'll guess 80. Ooh.
I wasn't ready for this question.
It's a good question.
It's a good question. Yeah, I think I'm taking things too seriously, and I decided I'm just gonna have fun and just be in the moment and have fun. So with less pressure, it feels better. I like everyone. I don't want us to be eliminated. I want us to win all and be friends.
I actually truly have no idea, because I don't know how the Diamond Art Club will be judging us. I have no gauge on what they would prefer.
I think some of the pieces from the other contestants look like something that would be on their website. And others not so much. So it's so hard to tell. I don't know.
I don't feel confident at all because I always look at my work and think, you should have done this, you could have done that, you could do this better next time. If you had more time, you could do this. And I think that's every artist. You're probably your own worst critic.
I feel like my painting was like closest to my voice, and I feel like a lot of the other people like painted what they wanted to, but they also like really stretched themselves, which could be like a good thing because the judges want to see something a little bit different and something outside of the box.
I'm not real happy with mine, but then there's a few that are struggling even more than I am. Any one of those three could go, which is a shame because they're all really good.
All right, everyone. Okay, let's see, where to start?
Time is running out.
All right, so you all know how it goes by now. One of you guys will be eliminated. The judges have submitted their scores. Let's start at the top again, and we're gonna go down. We're gonna start with whoever got the most points, and we're gonna go down to whoever got the least points. And just so you all know, the scores this time were very close. So it was a nail biter. So in the last challenge, you guys were all supposed to paint a decorative art piece for a specific room in the house. In addition to that, you guys had to keep in mind the diamond art painting, as you were creating your piece of artwork. So that factored into the scores this time. So without further ado, first place, drum roll please. Okay, you guys can stop the drum roll. That was kind of big. But audio is just like. Okay. I know, right? Okay, so in first place we have Christina with 85 points. 85 points. Congratulations, Christina. So you did a wonderful job, and the judges, they really, they took note of that this time. So. Okay, and in second place with 83.5 points, we have Esther. And in third place with 81.5 points, we have Sawyer. And in fourth place with 80.5 points, we have Andrea.
Yay!
I love like looking around. Okay. In fifth place with 79 points, Asia. In sixth place with 76.5 points, we have Elena. In seventh place with 75.5 points, we have Barb. Okay. So, in eighth place with 75 points, we have Roxanne. So, tied with Roxanne, so kind of also eighth place. With 75 points, we have Bree. I'm very sorry, Isaac. You were the one that's cut this time. You've been eliminated, but you did have 73.5. It was only 1.5 points away. You should be proud of yourself, though. You did a great job on your painting. Yeah, I know it's sad.
Like Ellie said to us before, it's kind of like you could have the best painting 4 weeks in a row, and then maybe, you make one that doesn't fit the theme, or you make one that's just not your strongest.
I can tell. I knew.
I was nervous too, though.
It's a good run.
You're not
done yet.
Yeah, you're not out yet.
We all know that there might be an artist that's going to be returning later in the show based off of the mini challenges.
I got it.
Overall, I feel good. I think it was a fun experience to have.